Rigazeet from Aserto. Building enterprise chatbots that can combine the power of LLMs and use your corporate data is a hot topic right now. But how do you get your chatbot to respect the permissions that people have to various documents across your enterprise? Let's spend a few minutes diving into how to build an access control aware chatbot. This walkthrough is based on some excellent work that our friends at Pinecone did, combining their vector system. Thanks, Pinecone. The technique we're going to explore is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. With RAG, you can use an off-the-shelf LLM, like OpenAI, to generate an answer, but you provide some of your company-specific data as part of the context window of the request. So let's look at this in action. Here I have a chatbot that we built with help with of our friends at Pinecone. And I'm going to ask it some questions based on some documents that I've indexed into Pinecone. Let's see what abstracts we submitted to a show called Developer Week 2025. Looks like we submitted one called Building a Permissions Aware Chatbot. That's pretty cool. That's a cool topic. Let's try with a different user that may not have access to that document that's logged into the same chatbot. And as we can see, we don't have access to that particular set of information. Let's change that. Let's actually go share this document with that particular user. And once that is all done, we can try that, that query again and see whether that user now has access to that data. So pasting that same question again, we now actually see an answer that is motivated by now data that this particular user also has access to. Now, of course, Developer Week 2025 abstracts may be, kind of data that shouldn't be privileged and can be shared with everybody in the organization. But of course, some data is restricted, and we don't want to actually have that data show up as answers to chatbot questions unless users actually have access to it. So let's see how this particular demo worked. It really is divided into two phases: indexing. In the indexing phase, we basically have various data sources like Google Drive and Office 365 and so on that can inform an indexer service through a set of webhooks that new documents have been created or deleted, or those documents have had their contents changed, or their access control has changed as well. And in fact, that process basically first goes through calculating a set of embeddings for all those documents, storing those embeddings in a vector database like Pinecone, and then creating and deleting relationships in a system like Aserto. And this is how that looks. Aserto has a simple access control model here. This is just a RBAC access control model with resources being documents, and the can read permission is inherited from either owners or writers or readers to those documents. And if we look at the set of documents that we have indexed here, there's a set of 4 documents. So of course this demo is restricted to just a small amount of data. And as we can see, we have the Developer Week 2025 abstract document here, and we can see that there are now 2 people that have access to it. Now, if I want to remove access to that from that user, I can easily go do that, and this is the magic that happens. That webhook will fire, the Aserto system will be informed that the user has lost access to that document, and here it's gone. If I want to go paste that same query again, as we can see, the user no longer has access to that. And again, if we look at what's happening under the covers here on the retrieval side, the chatbot basically enters the query into a backend. The backend retrieves a set of documents based on the embedding calculated for that query. The most relevant documents are then compared to an access control list that is stored in Aserto, and only the documents that actually pass that access control list will get sent as part of the context window to the OpenAI LLM API. That is, in a nutshell, how to build an access control enabled chatbot. Thanks so much, and if you have any questions, be sure to find us at aserto.com.